Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So we're back in the saddle here doing gospel commentaries. Today is the 1st of February, and today's gospel comes from St. Mark, chapter 5, verses 1 to 20. So we are slowly now getting into the season of Lent, right? If you recall, yesterday when we went to Mass, yesterday was Sunday, Monday today. Yesterday when we went to Mass, in the Latin Mass rite, it was already the beginning of the practically the Lenten season. It was being ushered in, not yet quite Lent, but there's like a pre-Lent season, 3 weeks in preparation for Lent, 3 Sundays, right? The Septuagesima season, okay? As we get closer to Lent, and you'll also notice that the gospel readings from here on will have plenty of messages related to or themes related to preparation for Lent. And today is a very nice opportunity for us to understand the reason why we have Lent. And the gospel today gives us a hint to that. What is the gospel today all about? It relates the story of how our Lord met with this person who has been beset and tormented by many devils. In fact, when he was confronted, when the devil that possessed this man, was confronted by our Lord and asked, "What is your name?" His response was, "Legion." Legion means many. In other words, there's not only one evil thing that bedevils him. There are many. There are many things that are weighing him down. They're like the chains that they have put on him to try to restrain him because they couldn't control him anymore. Right? They had to chain him down so that he does not do the damage that he's doing to the community. Well, you see, those chains, in this case, it was used to restrain him, right? In our case, sin is like those chains that restrain us. In the case of this possessed man, they put the chains to restrain him from doing bad things. But for ordinary people like us, who may not be as possessed by the devil like this, but who have our own sinfulness that weigh us down, those sins are like our chains. They chain us to evil. They chain us to the devil. We have to break those chains down. We have to break loose from those chains. And the season of Lent is a very good time to do that. The season of Lent is here, about to dawn on us. This is the season where we should do plenty of examination of conscience and to try to find out really what these things are that weigh us down in our lives. What are these things? What are these sins, big and small, that weigh us down and that don't allow us to break free, okay? And to live happy, fulfilled lives. Many people wonder why they're not having as much fun in life as they should be, right? Many people wonder why they have so many problems in their daily lives. Many people wonder why the aspiration for peace serenity and happiness is so difficult to attain. Many people wonder why they're so stressed in life. Well, while plenty of psychologists and coaches will give you all sorts of solutions to your problems, really, all of these problems we have is a manifestation only of the biggest problem, which is sin. It is sin. And many of our problems are really rooted in our own sinfulness. So, Lent is a great, great opportunity for us to break away from the chains of sin. And I encourage everybody to take advantage of this Lent. In fact, perhaps given all that has happened in this past year with this pandemic, perhaps this year should be the best Lent yet of our lives, where it gives us a good opportunity to put plenty of things in perspective. We should be able to put our lives in perspective given, the apparently millions of deaths that have already been experienced in this past year, plus many more getting infected by COVID, plus all the government mandates that encroach upon our freedoms. All of these things, if you put together, lead up to very important considerations of life that should help us put everything in our lives in perspective. Okay? And I encourage everybody to do that. I encourage everybody to think of this Lent, the season coming up, to really make the season different this time, to help us put everything in perspective and look at those chains, the bondage of sin that we need to break free from. And one of the best ways I know to get this whole process started is to do a very sincere confession. To do an honest to goodness confession. I know that it's a little difficult to go to confession these days because priests are hiding from us. But put an effort. And I would encourage you to look for a good priest, to ask for your pastors to provide you the very important means of sacramental grace that you can only get through confession. So let's start this Lenten season coming up. Even prior to Ash Wednesday, that's coming up in 2 weeks. Start preparing now. And make use of the calendar change. We're now in February. Make use of the new month to start preparing for the season of Lent coming up in 2 weeks. Okay? Let us be like this man chained through sin and the bondage of sin, breaking free with the help of the grace of God. That's primarily through confession. I hope you take this Lenten season very seriously. And by the way, this is our way of announcing we're back with this commentaries. And we're going to try and do this now every morning. We'll try to do it live. If not, it'll be recorded. I'm still working out the kinks of that, but you can expect that we'll be back doing these commentaries beginning today. And here is Ava already singing for us. Say bye-bye. Have a good day. Say bye-bye. Uh-oh, we're tongue-tied. Bye-bye, everybody. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
There, you finally said goodbye. Okay. Now, how